Hi, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash day fans, favorite content creator. Real quick, I want to say this because, well, frankly, it's kind of annoying, so I want to talk about it real quick. But as you may or may not know, depending on this is your first time watching my video, hi, thanks for watching. I talk about things with a bit of a political tinge, as one might say, but I talk about things that I think are either important or interesting. What I always run into, though, whenever I talk about other content creators, right, is the same defense over and over and over. You're doing it for clout. You're jealous because they have more subscribers. Jealous because they're richer. You're jealous because they have more notoriety. They have more reach. They have more emotion, etc., etc., etc. I just wanted to say that is such a weird defense. Like let's really think about that. Me, or just in general, someone talking about a more popular person. There's a reason for that, right? It's because the more popular person might be exhibiting something that's indicative of an issue. And so by focusing on the most popular person doing it, you can, obviously reach the more people, but also proves that whatever they're doing is a problem. And they're doing it at such a large scale that's becoming a bigger issue you can't ignore. Let's say there was a guy with 2 followers and they were espouting Nazi rhetoric, right? They were talking about the Great Replacement. They were talking about just insane racial conspiracy theories, but only 2 people watched their videos ever. That would not be worth going over or talking about, because look at their impact. It's maybe even 2 people, might be the same person, might be them on a sock puppet, who knows? But let's say that same rhetoric is being said by the president of the United States, right? That is extremely different from someone with very little reach, because that same rhetoric is now being blasted to hundreds of millions of people. That is doing way more harm than some small person you've never heard of, right? Would it be, is it clout chasing that reporters talk about Elon Musk having Grok become a super mecha Hitler Nazi AI? Is it clout chasing that people are covering what the president of the United States does? I would hope you would say no. By that same token, it's not clout chasing to talk about someone with a large base doing what you believe to be fucked up stuff. Now, are there people who clout chase? Of course. And you know what that looks like. It's every single video is this clickbaity, overly emotional text about a person, and they're constantly talking about them 24/7. They wait for them to sneeze and they make a whole video about that, right? Because that person is popular, or it's popular to hate on that person. That's clout chasing. That is you are specifically churning out slop continuously on this person or maybe on this topic because it gets you the most views, and you don't really give a shit about the context of it or its impact. You've seen a bunch of slop factory channels. I know you know what I'm talking about. But critiquing someone and maybe talking every once in a while, I don't think that's clout chasing. Because again, look at their impact. If I make a video about Asmongold, for example, right? It's not because I'm oh yeah, my Asmongold videos fucking do numbers. In reality, they really don't. But it's because this guy has become the biggest political influencer online and is a huge in the gaming universe. Those are 2 of my hobbies and interests. That's the arena I also operate in. So if I see him espousing some shit that's super, super harmful, of course I'm going to address that because he's wrong. And it's not because, oh my God, this will give me so many followers. No, I don't want the people who follow Asmongold following me. That's awful. But I'm still going to talk about that. But I think it's so strange that the defense is always, well, you're just clout chasing. So not even going to address the argument being made. It's just, oh, he's clout chasing. It's fine. Ignore him. He just wants his clout. He's not going to fuck you, bro, etc., etc. But when you see those same content creators going in constantly about wokeness and DEI, or targeting other content creators, or targeting smaller content creators, Nothing for that. No, like, well, they're doing it because they want to use their big audience to smother a different opinion. None of that. It's just, well, they're just firing back. They're just protecting themselves. But if someone critiques them, it's, well, you're doing it because you just want their audience. You just want clout. Like, it's such a fucking weird defense people run for people that do not need defending. Like, if anything, the smaller account would need defending as opposed to like people with millions of followers. And another thing I want to address too is, I don't give a shit if someone has 100 million subscribers or whatever. If they're wrong, right? Like, that's what it should be. If they're wrong, they're wrong. We got to stop using numbers as a defense. Bigger number doesn't mean better opinion or always right. Bigger number just means people fuck with you. But people fuck with fucked up people all the time. I mean, if you're paying attention online, there are certain creators from, you know, I would say both sides of ideological fence that have been exposed as being fucking creeps, right? And they had hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter or followers on Twitch or on YouTube or what have you. Your follower count isn't indicative of who you are as a person or what you say. It's only indicative of people liking what you do. But again, someone liking what you do doesn't mean what you're doing is good or great. So that's why I'm making this like short little video, just to like put it out there that it's super fucking weird that apparently if you have a certain amount of followers, you are beyond criticism, because all criticism is only because people want to clout chase and not because they have anything valid to say about what you're talking about. They have no opposing opinion. They just want to get rich off your name. Like, I think that's really disingenuous, because all it does is create environments to where bigger like Twitch streamers and bigger content creators can do fucked up shit and no one checks them. Right? I think Crimes New Roman put a video out about the Ludwig and Mango situation where he kind of touches on that too, where we create this like bubble of our, you know, our problematic faves where no matter what they do, it's fine because anyone who's critiquing them is just jealous. And I think that's extremely harmful. So yeah, consider this my like video of just like, whenever you see me talking about a bigger account, which isn't that hard because my account's not that big, just know that I'm not doing this because, oh, I need the clout. I'm doing it because I truly believe what they're saying or doing is fucked up and needs to be addressed. I'm going to use the limited, you know, platform that I have to talk about issues I think are important. So yeah, that's that. Just fucking, it's so weird. Like, it's so weird, right?